What up and welcome to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be redrawing this art that I drew not 5, not 10, but 15 years ago. That's right, I've been drawing for a while now, and I drew this when I was probably like 13 or 12 years old, and today I'm going to be redrawing this art as a 28, almost 29-year-old freaking man. So let's get started on that right away. Alrighty, first off I'm going to start off with this one. Now look at this for a second. Without me telling you what it is, what do you think it is? Take a second to think. Alright, it's enough time. So this is actually the Frog King. Yeah, that's right. This beautiful chef's kiss of a drawing is supposed to be a frog that's a king. And right off the bat, I know you got a bunch of questions just pouring in, waiting to be answered, because this card is just, there's just so much going on with so little. So right off the bat, you can see on top left that this is a rare one. I had a ton of cards that I made, and that was inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh, so that was really the inspiration behind this card and just like these monsters. But I don't know what happened to the rest of them. I only think I have a handful. But yeah, this is definitely a rare one, because I don't know what happened to the other ones. And in the drawing that I'm doing right now, as you can see, I laid out the sketch in pencil, and then I'm just going in with the Micron pen, and I really just went with what the name of the monster is. Real creative, right? Frog King. Just wanted to draw a frog and just put him on his royal throne. Just wanted to draw out the monster, didn't really want to draw out the card. Maybe I'll do a redrawing some cards, or just make some cards once I get some paper then like that size or something. I'm sure they sell them at decks, but that was the idea behind that. And let's actually go back to the original drawing, the OG. Another thing that might stick out when you see this card is look at the attack points on this bad boy. This is a card that you definitely do not want to mess with. I mean, look at this attack. 1 and 20 zeros. Do you know what that is? That's actually 1 quintillion. I did not know that. I actually had to look that up. 1 and 20 zeros, bro. And the defense is 0. So this card is basically unstoppable. If you summon one of those 3 Egyptian god cards, this card will just turn them into a kebab. Exodia ain't doing no obliteration of this frog. And if you look down at the description of the special attack that this card has, let's see. It says, this monster powers up frogs by 2000 attack and defense. I'm gonna assume it's every turn, so if your deck is just filled with frog cards, you are unbeatable. Every turn, those frogs are just getting injected with steroids and just getting jacked and ready to fight for King Frog over here. And ready to fuck shit up. So I don't know what y'all gonna do. The only thing that will probably stop this is if you summon Black Hole and they'll just wipe away the field, but I don't know. You willing to risk that? I'm pretty sure there's other cards that'll just bring back Frog King. So just know that Frog King is basically unstoppable, and no stopping the Frog King. Once you unleash his wrath, there's no putting it back in from where it came from. So yeah, I finished up the drawing right here. I've erased the pencil lines, added a couple little lines to, you know, add a little bit of dimension and whatnot. But then I decided with this one, I'm gonna go with a colored pencil to color this one in. I don't think I actually colored any of the cards back in the day. Everything I drew was just lines, and I didn't really do any shading even with the pen. I was just lazy as a kid. My drawings, I really just focused on trying to knock out as many things as I could. I wanted to knock out a whole deck in like a day or whatever, or like entire books in like a day. And really my motivation was just to knock things out. I wasn't really trying to be all perfect with having good anatomy and all that. And you know, that's a motivation in itself. And looking back at these drawings, I'm really glad, or just happy with the style that I had, because it's definitely something to look back and be like, dang, what was I even thinking when I was creating these? Because I know damn well I would be looking at those cards and thought, damn, these cards are cool as hell. No one's gonna have these. And I remember some of the cards I drew with glitter pen, and those were like ultra rare because the pen would kind of be shiny if you held it up to the light. So those were secret rare. But like I said, I don't know what happened to all of them. I probably just have to take a better look when I go back home, because I don't have access to them with me right now. That's why I got the screenshots. But yeah, got Frog King over here. Definitely rare. Frog King, definitely don't want to mess with Frog King. And let me know what y'all think about Frog King. You know, just gave him his robe. Here's the old signature. And we'll get back to this to see the final drawing right after we get done with the second one. Alright, so this second one right here, this one's a little bit different. It's not from a card. This one is actually based off a superhero book series that I had. I had a lot of superhero ideas growing up. And the main one that I created first, probably, his name was Hero. I know, real creative, right? But he basically could think of any superpower and he literally had it. So that was probably his superpower. You think of the power and you got it. And this right here, this is the cover specifically that I'm redrawing. It's Hero versus Slime Ruler. Another one of those super simple drawings, nothing too crazy. I really wanted to tackle this with the idea of like a comic book. Now growing up, I didn't really read comics. I liked how they looked and stuff, but I always just gravitated more towards cartoony looking things like Captain Underpants. They would have I had a whole lot of Captain Underpants. I'm not even gonna lie. I had like every book when I was growing up, and I really got inspired by the little comic books that the characters would draw in those books. But I always admired the Marvel stuff and DC, but for some reason I just never really cared for like the super realistic stuff and all the detail growing up. But now as I got older, I definitely like it and appreciate it more, and I just want to get better at creating those kinds of characters. And creating a comic book cover would be so dope, so that's why I went with the comic book cover style for this one. So it's definitely different than just the monster in the other one. I really wanted to bring that like Marvel or DC type feel to this drawing right here. I think I captured it pretty well, and that's kind of the idea that I had when I was a kid, creating these hero and other various superheroes that I had in these books, so-called books that I had written. Actually, now that I think about it, they weren't even written, they were just drawings, and a majority of them were just explosions, and a majority of them. And I actually have a video up on my channel where I'd go in for like 50 minutes just going over old art in this little red box that I have, that I just kept a bunch of old art. And I'm gonna redraw more of these. If y'all want to see, definitely let me know in the comments. I had a lot of fun doing this. It's just crazy to see how 15 years of art can really change, you know. This was 15 years ago, and I just look at my stuff now and I think, damn, this is cool as hell. And I know for a fact that when I was drawing the original little kid ass drawings, I felt super cool whenever I finished those crappy drawings. And I didn't even probably think they were crappy at the time. Like these, I don't think these are crappy. But in 15 years from now, I'll probably look back and think, damn, those are crappy. And I was gonna be like, probably, I would hope, be even better than I am today, because my art journey is gonna be 15 years and beyond. So definitely 15 years in the future, which is, how old am I gonna be? I'm gonna be like almost 45. So I'm gonna be making another videos like, oh, I'm gonna be drawing. Well, I'm probably not. I'm probably not gonna sound that old, but I'm not gonna sound like a freaking 80, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna be 45 looking back. It's like, I drew this when I was like 30, and like, this was ass, and I thought it was dope as hell, because I do think these are dope. I actually really like how these came out. And it's just funny how thinking and putting that kind of thing into perspective. So yeah, as y'all can see, I really wanted to make this comic book pop and put in big bold letters, and then have simple colors. As you will see, I took a different approach on coloring this one. I didn't want to use the colored pencil, although I did like how the colored pencil has a cool texture on this paper for the last one. I really wanted this specific drawing to just have really bold colors with no texture, and just really have that Marvel feel where everything's just like in your face and it just pops out. And I used watercolor brush pens, and these were just perfect for the job. I'm really proud of how this one came out. This one came out cool as hell. I definitely want to go back and recreate other covers and little comic books. Shit, I might even have to do a whole comic book. Let me know if y'all want to see that. I don't know what hero it would be based on, if it'd be on like a superhero, but a comic book is definitely one of those things I always wanted to do as a kid. Even like my own cards. As a kid, I just wanted to do so many things growing up, and even to this day I still do. All those ideas are still things that I want to do, and I'm still working on them. I'll probably publish a book or a comic or something one day. I just don't know on what. I don't even know if I'd want to do like something superheroes. Like, my interests change, and the motivations for why I create are definitely different than what I did or what I had when I was little. When I was little, I feel like what pushed me to just create was getting to the next page where something was gonna blow up or a monster was just gonna pop up and fuck shit up. And I just really like drawing giant monsters and things getting destroyed and explosions. I was just like a violent kid who really liked action-packed stuff like that. Mainly because I watched Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I read Captain Underpants. And that kind of all revolves around kicking ass and, you know, explosions and stuff. So I definitely got inspiration from that. And that's what motivated me to just keep drawing as a kid. Nowadays, what motivates me is probably just knowing that I want to improve. I don't really know as a kid if I really even thought about improving. I did just wanted to create. I didn't even think about improving, honestly. As a kid, you don't really think about those kinds of things. You kind of just create because. And I really wanted to approach these drawings that way, not think about it too much and think, oh man, this has to be like the next mind-blowing freaking drawing that I created because I'm recreating something that I did 15 years ago and it has to be amazing. And I just feel like my mind sometimes just be making these crazy ass like ideas that sometimes I feel like I can't execute because my abilities just aren't there yet. And that's where the motivation of getting better goes into play, and I use that to motivate me. And other things motivate me too, like just getting better at an anatomy, drawing cute girls, or just getting better at hands and feet, you know, those kinds of things. Because as a kid, I definitely avoided those by drawing like little nubs as hands and little boots as feet. But now I just want to improve and actually just get better in overall a lot of areas in art. And I think in 15 years from when I drew those drawings on the notebook paper and comparing them to these, it's just crazy. I think it's awesome to see stuff like that. And I love watching these kinds of videos on YouTube where artists do that. So I definitely have to create a video like this, and I hope y'all like it. And yeah, wrapping up this drawing right here, I just used the watercolor brush pens like I said, and I got a wet brush and tried to create like dimension and make the colors fade a little bit, kind of like blend them so they're not so flat. It has a little bit of dimension. I feel like that's how the comic books in Marvel and DC look. Whenever I see them, they kind of have like that watercolor blending technique look to it. Some of them do, they're all kind of different. But alright, wrapping it up here, here's the old signature. We're gonna wrap this up and get the final zoom up review. Let me know what y'all think about these two drawings. Which one do you like better? Do you like the Frog King right here, ready to unleash his frogginess on the world and his army of frogs? Drop a comment for Frog King if y'all like this one better, and if y'all like number 2 better, the hero versus slime ruler, drop that down in the comment section. I don't know, y'all, to be honest, I don't know what to tell you. I like them both. They both have their own cool little things, and it's just nostalgic to me just looking back at these old drawings and having to recreate it and thinking in 15 years from now these are going to be nostalgic. But I think I might have to give it to the comic just because it's different from what I draw. But yeah, let's wrap this up, y'all. Alright, y'all, that about wraps up this video. I appreciate y'all that stuck to the very end. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Drop a like and comment which one you like the best, and if you want me to do more of these videos down the road. I honestly had a lot of fun doing this. It's just crazy to see that 15 years of just drawing has gotten me to this from those freaking weird ass like kid ass drawings. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching till the very end. If you want to support me, you can support me by buying my original art or my prints down in my site link below. If you want to buy my art, and also I got that exclusive brand new Patreon link. Yeah, I opened it up a couple weeks ago. I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but I'm shouting it out in this one because it's the most recent one since I dropped it. So yeah, go support that if y'all want to. Tier list, a different tier list where you can get some art, you can get some prints and exclusive sneak peeks of art that I'm working on that you don't get to see anywhere else but that Patreon site, and link down below as well. So I appreciate any support that comes my way. If it's the YouTube like, subscribes and all that, appreciate that. But thank y'all for watching again. Till next time, peace and love. Keep creating, keep it real, and I'm out.